is yeah, I will take two ways to do this. Okay, we begin with the number one. It's similar both actually. So this is a march, yeah, and a march, yes. And the basses are staccato. I would imagine like that. And I don't know the octave, but I will take that octave. It's the same. Anyway, so the thing I would do is start with the melody, this octave, and I will just play the first C bass, and then I would play the C major chord. So, and I wouldn't do it in time. I will just do it when you're ready, like when I'm ready to play it. And I'm starting at the same time. And you have to think that the bass buttons are burning, like they are smoking hot, and if you are touching them longer for a nanosecond maybe, or a microsecond, they will burn your fingers. So here are the basses when without the melody. And you might think the melody is, the finger is glued. So in your own time, and then think C bass, C major chord, and just repeat that. Just hold the melody button in and just repeat that over and over again. So the next part of this is almost the same, but the bass button is a G, and you're still in the C major chord after that. So instead of pushing the button, you could just push the G bass button and the melody at the same time again, and in your own time play the major chord. But I would just start from the beginning holding in the melody button, and don't play it 2 times. Just hold it the whole measure or bar, and just concentrate on the bass buttons, because that's the new thing. So we have to get used to the bass and the melody. So just hold the melody, and in your own time play the first note in the bass, the C bass, and then the C major. And while still holding the melody, prepare your fingers to find the G button and back to the C major chord. So that is like a way to do it. It may be annoying to hear that long note. And the other way to do that is just play the notes shorter, like short like the bass in the beginning, like this. And then you play the major chord in your own time, not in the strict tempo. And then you just play the G bass and the melody note at the same time, and the chord alone. Because you can see on the score that the first bass button, bass note and melody note is above each other. Like you can see, is on the same line. And this chord is alone, and these two are on the same vertical line, and this is alone. So if you're playing short notes on both sides, it would be like this at the same time, and the chord alone, and then the melody note and the G bass, and then the C major chord alone. So you could practice with the long notes in the melody. That is the melody, correct melody, like that. But you also could just in the beginning And then just extending the duration to the correct duration. And the same goes with the next. Just take it slowly, and this is the same, and here is different. So I could just show that like the first is this, that is the same as the beginning, and the bass is the same as the beginning, but melody is different. So then I would just, you know where the G bass is, so just find the C with the thumb and play it together. And then you switch back to the E in the melody, and then the chord. So, and in your own time, and just loop that. You have to think C in the melody and G in the bass. Okay, at the same time, because you can see it's above each other, and here that is above each other. So the C major chord and the E. I will just loop that. And when you're feeling like you have some control on this bar in your own time, try to play it in time very slowly, like this. Or you could play the melody shorter in the beginning to match the bass, so that's easier. Yeah, and just extend the duration to the correct one when you're feeling like you can do it. Because it's like driving a car. You can't drive 100 miles an hour the first day. You have to get used to the controls and be familiar with all the things, and then when you get control of all the mechanical and things, you can drive faster. But only when you have the overview of everything and you feel confident. So that is my tip. Yeah, good luck.